What's up, guys? It is Wednesday. Hope everybody had a great 4th of July. I am watching a new podcast. It's from Craig Howard over at CrossFit Diablo. Since I've been going there, he's been talking about it. And I watched my first episode recently. It was with Nicole Carroll. And I have 3 specific things I want to talk about. First thing, I want to talk about how CrossFit wasn't always popular. And you got to understand that back in the day, people didn't know what CrossFit was. So there's specific people who helped build CrossFit. Nicole Carroll is one of them. I'm going to show you a clip right now of her, but she talks about how there was a proof of concept. So that means that like back in the day, a 200-pound man didn't think it was possible to lose in a workout to like a 5'2" woman like Nicole Carroll. And so that's what had to happen at the level ones. At the level ones, before people believed in CrossFit, there was a proof of concept. Here's what I mean.
It's not part of the level ones today, but at that time, there was a proof of concept thing where, the 5'2", if it was Annie, it was like the 5 foot tall aerobics instructor from Santa Cruz or the 5'2" pottery teacher from the hippie high school, up in the Santa Cruz mountains, basically was going to take on whoever at whatever workout, and the expectation was that we would win, because that was what was sort of hinged on the whole point Greg was trying to make in those days. And
isn't that wild? I can just see it now too, like some macho dude being like, this girl can't beat me. And then they go up and then they feel that breathing and then they put down the bar and they can't breathe. And then they're watching this little 5'2" lady just not stop. That's CrossFit. Number 2. Now, I don't know about you, but when I first started CrossFit in 2013-14, I found it through YouTube. I watched videos. That's how I came up with what CrossFit was. I just watched all of those behind the scenes documentaries. I was immersed in it. I watched every single video CrossFit came out with, and they were the first to do it. And I don't know about you, but it had a huge impact on the way I feel about CrossFit.
For those of you that are big into media and social media, CrossFit was at the time, like we were the only ones that we had YouTube videos. Tony Budding was kind of ahead of the game there.
That's what roped me into CrossFit in the first place.
Me too.
It linked me right into the CrossFit Journal. And
shout out to Savan, because he's the one that made all those videos for our pleasure. So thank you, buddy, for making that, because you kind of helped build what CrossFit is today. The third thing I want to talk about is just becoming a good coach, and I'll let Nicole go ahead and talk about it right here.
we can expand that out. The article, What Makes a Great Coach by Matt Swift, and he talks about the LARC model. And we kind of brainstorm that together, and Matt Swift is brilliant. So I always loved, like going back and forth with him. And it was like this LARC model of leadership, application, relationship, and knowledge. And that if I was going to build out a curriculum to make like the best coaches in the world, we should be building educational opportunities across each of those, right? Leadership, application, relationship building, and knowledge. And so there's that. And I think that even encompasses the 6 criteria that are used for the L4. But just in terms of what you walk into a gym, there's 8 to 10 people on the floor, like 3, 2, 1, here we go. What can you do? Teaching, seeing, correcting, presence and attitude. There's an application component to that, which is just threshold training. I mean, are you, it doesn't really let you sandbag in terms of like, oh, well, we're not going to go that hard because I'm just going to work on helping people move well. It's like, nope. Like, if someone's moving well and they can go a little bit harder, like, are you digging in and doing that? Or if somebody's going a little too fast and not moving well, are you correcting for that? And so
after watching this podcast, one of my goals is for somebody like Nicole Carroll to think that I'm a good coach, right? All of those people that are important to CrossFit that I am appreciative to for sticking with it and believing in it before anybody else did. So then somebody like me can have a gym and a career. I would love for somebody like that to think that I was a good coach. And so I'm going to continue to study. I'm on week 9 of studying for the CrossFit Level 3. I am going to get there. We are getting, there's a lot to do here at the gym. Sometimes, it gets busy, but I am not going to stop until I become one of the best CrossFit coaches in the world. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Give it a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're not. We're trying to get to 1,000, and we'll see you in the next video.